Yo, what's going on? This is Edward Williams. I'm the founder and creator of Health by Any Means Necessary. And want to get on here real quick, which I always say I'm going to get on here real quick, but it never really is real quick. Um, what I want to talk about right now is our lack of action as a collective, as a whole, as a community, when it comes to our health, whether it be maintaining our health, improving our health. You know, I'm seeing things that have been going on for a long time. It's been going on way before I even started practicing medicine. But we can't be innocent bystanders when it comes to our health, when it comes to our life. We can't be spectators on the sidelines of our lives as if we are not an actual active participant in our life. Not only are you an active participant, but you are the main. You're the star actor. You're the main person in the actual this thing we call life. And what I'm seeing, and I've been seeing, and I see it in practice. I see it just in society in general. I've seen it with my family as well too. This thing we have where we just remain complacent in our health, meaning that we're unaware of the potential dangers. We're not really concerned. Almost just kind of moving through life. We're just kind of moving through life. Our health is deteriorating, and when we are going to the doctors or the nurse practitioners or PAs or any health practitioner for a quote unquote checkup, and you're being given these diagnoses that'll come along with prescriptions, not only do you not understand the actual diagnosis, but you don't even understand the medication. And you start taking the medication, living with the diagnosis, and not doing anything else other than continuously progressing down that road. So when you go to the visit again, things have only progressed. You're given the wrong information, and you're given more medication. And we get to this point where you'll hear very common, well, the doctors did this, the doctors did that, the doctors did this. And that may be true. That is most likely true. And so what I've come to the conclusion is that we believe in this fantasy, we believe in this fairy tale, that one, the healthcare system is designed to provide health. We believe that. And I can understand why we believe that. I mean, it's called the healthcare system. But I'm going to tell you right now, the truth is the healthcare system is all about disease management. It's about managing your quote unquote disease. Not too high, not too low, right there in that sweet spot in the middle. Let's see how long we can ride this out. As long as your insurance continues to reimburse us, pay us, we're going to keep you in that high-low level. Two, we think that doctors, nurse practitioners, PAs, our medical experts are all knowing, all wise, all correct. But once again, we need to understand that the information that we are getting, because I'm a part of this as well too, we're getting information from the schools, from the books. Both the schools and books are sponsored by the bigger industries that have already baked in information that will assure that they secure the bag at the end of the day via medications, procedures, and devices. And so when we're giving information that we believe is all right, wise, and correct, many times that advice and recommendations are only going to keep you right there once again in that perfect sweet spot of not too healthy, not too sick. And so because of those two things, because we believe that the healthcare system is designed to actually help you heal, and because we believe that our practitioners are all wise and all knowing, we pretty much give our whole entire life and health to them and place it in their hands, and we jump into the passenger seat and we expect them to drive and lead us. And if that is your plan, that is your strategy, I would tell you that that is a horrible strategy, because your driver is under the influence. They're under the influence of the pharmaceutical industry. They're under the influence of the insurances. They're under the influence, and it's not too long before they actually wreck that car. And you'll be sitting in the passenger seat which you actually should be in the driver's seat, but you'll be in the passenger seat, and you'll be thinking everything's fine, and then you start to notice that there's some swerves and some dips, and you're looking at them, you're like, yo, you're being a little reckless, you know. And these are the medications, these are the side effects, and these are the changing of the medications, the increasing of the medication, the decreasing of the medication, the sending you to the ER because of the medication, we need to now make this procedure, the disease is now progressing, now we need to add on insulin. Those are the swerves, and those are the running the stoplights and the running the stop signs and the slamming on the brakes. All of those things equal the medications, the side effects, being sent to the ER because of the medications, blood sugar dropping too low because of the medications, because you are allowing, one, the car is your life. Like the car represents your life. Therefore, instead of you sitting in the actual passenger seat of your life, you should actually be the driver. And the doctors and the healthcare and insurances and everybody else needs to be in the passenger seat or in the back seat or in the trunk. But they should not be driving your vehicle. That is your life. And so when you allow them to take over or hijack or whatever you want to say, and they get behind the wheel and they start driving your life down this highway, and next thing you know, they're speeding through the highway, they're driving like O.J. Simpson, they're dipping in and out of traffic, they're running the stop signs, they're running through the stoplights, slamming on brakes. Trust me, it's only but so long before you get into an accident. It's only but so long before something happens. It's not a matter of maybe it will happen. No, it's going to happen. You can't go through life driving that reckless and not injure yourself or injure your actual someone else. So the solution is to, one, realize this is your car. This is your life. This is your body. Why do we think that this outside human should know more about us than we know about us? Why have we remained so complacent in understanding just the basics of what it means for us to be healthy? Listen, we only are in this thing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. Oh, my bad, our whole entire life. It is the one thing that you actually own. Your mind, your body, your spirit. It's the one thing that you can say without a shadow of a doubt, you actually own that. And so to take up the one thing that you own for sure and hand it over to a medical institution, a healthcare system that has shown you without a shadow of a doubt that they don't like you like that. Once again, watch my videos that I've done on the book called Medical Apartheid. They're showing you without a shadow of a doubt they don't like you like that. And so now we're taking this system that remained complacent during the 40-year Tuskegee experiment, syphilis experiment, that now honors this guy named J. Marion Sims, who is the quote-unquote father of gynecology, that have produced these pharmaceutical drugs that will give you radical side effects that will now have to be replaced with another medication that will give you side effects. We're trusting those folks to drive us, which, when it's clear that they are under the influence, it is clear that they are under the influence. It's clear that they should not be driving the vehicle, but we now allow them to take full control of the actual steering wheel. Trust me, it's only but so long before you run off the road, before you run into something, before something happens to the vehicle. So with all that being said, don't remain complacent in your health. That is your car, that is your life. If something happens to it, yeah, you can blame the doctor, you can blame the industry, you can try to sue, you can try to do all those things. But you're still going to reap the actual consequences. You're still going to have to deal with those, right? You can say the doctor overprescribed me too much medication. Well, you still have to deal with the actual side effects of those medications. You can say the doctor made you have a procedure, and that's what triggered this talk. It's because dealing with someone who doesn't understand what type of procedure they're about to have done on them, but they've already signed up, and I'm the last one doing the actual clearance, and it's clear that they have no idea what's about to happen to them. And it's like, how are you about to have anesthesia placed into you? How are you about to have an incision? How are you about to have all these things and you are uncertain about what is about to take place? How? You won't let that happen with your actual car. You know, like we're very protective about our car. If you come out and you see somebody sitting on your car, you're gonna say something. If you take your car to a mechanic for a simple oil change and you feel like the mechanic is trying to hustle you because the mechanic is saying, hey, you know, how about I change this filter? And you're like, no, oil change. Hey, how about I rotate your tires? No, oil change. And then, you know, we're very protective about making sure that they don't do too much and that they don't do too little. We need to be the same way with our bodies. Once again, yo, a car, you can get another car. I don't, you know, we can debate about the whole life thing, but what I know is right now, you know, especially if you have family members, especially if you have children, especially if you have other people depending on you or who love you, you know, we got to do way better. We just have to. We cannot remain complacent. We can't act if we're spectators in this thing. We can't be a passenger in our own life. Get out of the passenger seat. Get into the actual driver's seat. The doctors, the healthcare insurance, all like that, yo, you can still ride with them, but put their ass in the back seat because that's where they belong. They can partner with you. They can help you. They can advise you. They can make recommendations. They can assist you. But you are the head. You are the driver. You are the one in control. And never forget that. Never forget that. When it comes to these diagnoses and these medications, they can't force you to take it. They can educate you about it. And that's another thing. Most of these medical providers really can't educate you about the condition they just gave you. And if you ask questions, the questions need to follow that page, that template of disease, pathology, signs, symptoms, diagnosis, and then treatment. It needs to follow that path. But if you start asking questions outside of that, you might throw them off. You might frazzle them, and then that's when you see like them getting offended because, oh, what you trying to do? You trying to one-up me? You think you know more than me? Nah, bro. You telling me to take this medication? You telling me to take this pill, and I don't know what it does. You don't really seem to be too sure about what it does and how it works. So why are you so aggressive? Why are you so aggressive when it comes to actually pushing this on me? I'm just trying to figure out how it works. You're getting mad because I'm asking about how it works. I got a cousin who's taking the same medication. He says that it caused him erectile dysfunction. It lowered his blood pressure, but he said it always also lowered his sex drive as well too. So I just want to know how it works. And when you start asking questions that take them outside of that box, you see them get a little defensive. It happens. You can deny it, but it happens. And so what I'm saying is, it is your life at the end of the day. You're supposed to be in the driver's seat, not the passenger seat. You're not supposed to be in the passenger seat of your own life. That is your car. That is your life. You are supposed to be the driver. You are in control of your life. Don't be complacent in your overall health. Because whatever happens, because like I said, it's only a matter of time. If they're driving your vehicle, which is your life, and they're zooming in and out of traffic, they're cutting people off, they're slamming on the brakes, they're running stoplights, they're going through the stop sign. It's only but so long before they get into an accident. And when they get into an accident, guess what? They can crash that car, which is your life, hop out and jump into another car. But you gotta figure out what you're gonna do. And so what I'm saying is, it's your life. Control it. Don't let anybody else control it. You have the first say and the final say. So even if you do have some type of diagnosis, even if you are taking some kind of medications, you need to know about it. Please know about it. Please have a basic understanding about what is going on. Don't just blindly take these medications. Don't just blindly take the advice. There's a saying, and my practitioners, they know it. A good patient is a silent patient. Think about that. A good patient is a silent patient. Because you got a lot of practitioners that just don't like to be challenged. And it's true. And so, like I said, once again, if you wouldn't let people do certain things with your actual vehicle, your car, you wouldn't let them change certain parts, you wouldn't let them add on certain parts, you wouldn't let them do things that you didn't ask for, well, you need to be as strict with your life, because once it's wrecked, it's wrecked. All right? So that's it. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and talk about that, because, you know, it bothers me a whole lot to see people taking medications that, one, It's one thing if you can't name it. I understand that these medications have very complicated names. It's one thing if you can't actually name the medication. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But if you can't tell me what you're taking the medication for, I have a huge problem with that. If you can't tell me what the medication is supposed to be doing, yo, you're taking an L, and you're really taking you're taking a chance with your health. And so at least understand what the medication is supposed to be doing, regardless if it's doing it or not. At least understand what they told you you have as far as the diagnosis, whether you have it or not. And you need to actually learn a little bit about this so-called diagnosis. Don't be an innocent bystander. Don't just stand by and let whatever happen. And that's another thing. That's another game. Let's talk about this let go and let God, right? I've had multiple patients tell me that. And I don't have a problem with them letting go and letting God. Because that means that they're saying, I'm frustrated. I'm tired of dealing with the healthcare system. I'm tired of dealing with all these doctors. They send me over here. I got to go over there. But my insurance, they don't cover that because it's outside the network. I get it. That shit's stressful. I know it is. I know it is. And so I don't have a problem with you letting go and letting God. But if you're going to let go and let God, let go of the foods. Don't let go, let God, and hold on to the foods, because that's just a subtle way of committing suicide, to be real with you. Let go and let God, but let go of that processed foods. Let go of the standard American diet. Let go of all the drinks and the sodas. Let all that go. And then, yeah, you'll be fine when you let go and let God and let go of the foods. You'll be fine. You'll be all right. But if you're holding on to them foods, the very thing that's actually initiating the actual process called disease, yeah, you're just making things worse, all right? So that's it, y'all. I just need to get on here real quick and rant. It hurts me, it bothers me, it pains me when I see my people just walking blindly inside the system, especially when I'm very much aware and in tune with the atrocities that have taken place with our people within this medical system. If you are not aware, watch my last video I did called Surviving Medical Apartheid. If you don't know about medical apartheid, you need to understand about medical apartheid, because I feel that not understanding medical apartheid, that book, or not being aware of certain things that took place in that book, is one of the major reasons why we remain complacent in our health, because we think that it's all going to be okay. We honestly think that it's just going to be fine. It's going to work itself out. History tells me something completely different. And history is your best friend. History is actually the only thing that's real. History is the only thing that's real. The future is not real because it's not even here yet. It's still becoming. The present is now the past. Like when I just said present, that just went to the future. That just went to the past. And so history is the only thing that's real. And so when I'm saying what I'm saying about our history here in America, these are facts. These are facts. And so go through medical apartheid. I find it hard to believe that somebody can remain complacent after reading a book such as Medical Apartheid. You will then understand that not only do you have to be the driver of your life, not only you have to be in the driver's seat, but you're kicking everybody out. You're kicking everybody out. The doctors, the trainers, the insurance company, like you're kicking everybody out the car. Like you're like, yo, everybody got to go. So also make sure y'all check out our challenge. It's called the Fast Life 28-Day Challenge. This challenge has been a complete game changer for so many people. It is a 28-day challenge. We're going through and we're educating and empowering people about fasting and how to do it and how to implement it. We have 5 protocols so far, and we've had people who have brought their fasting blood sugar from 160 all the way down to 80. We've had people who have their blood pressures 180 over 110, which is extremely high, all the way back down to normal ranges, which is 140. I'm sorry, his blood pressure actually came down to 150 over 86ish. So if you're interested in that, please click on the link that's in my description right now. It's in my title. It's called TFL 28. It is thefastlife.com. Make sure you go check that out. It's 28 days. And not only will you be coached by myself, but we have 2 other coaches, 2 other wonderful, beautiful coaches. We have Kathleen Richardson from Beauty and the Barbell. Kathleen Richardson is an African holistic health coach. Kathleen also goes through and really breaks down the food. She breaks down the emotional aspect of the eating, the emotional connection that we have with eating. I go through and I take care of the actual medical and the health part as it pertains to diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, PCOS. So I've been really talking about PCOS recently because I just became aware that most people don't know that PCOS is simply diabetes of the ovaries. And so once again, that is a video that I have on my page. PCOS is diabetes of the ovaries. If you don't understand that, please go watch that video. Also, if you have any questions about diabetes in general, high blood pressure, I have videos on my page. But if you want to sign up for this actual challenge, right now we are having our open early bird open registration. So just click the link in the description. My cousin Pam is in here. She's posting up the links. Click on those links, check it out, and it's a complete game changer. It's a complete game changer. So that's it. I got a couple patients about to go see. So I appreciate you all for being here. And like I said, remember, at the end of the day, this is your life. This is your life. We can't remain complacent in our life. We all should be our primary care provider. Everybody else should come second. We should be our primary care provider of ourselves and our families. Everybody else should be second. All right? So thank you all. Be sure to share this video, like this video, subscribe, and go check out the link, tfl28.com, and I will holler at y'all later. All right? Peace.